image. Now understand, God is a spirit. So we're not talking about physical image. You're not going to get to heaven and see a man when you see God. Because actually when you say see, it's not talking about with your eyes. You actually see with your mind, because your eyes take in the light and your mind defines what it is. Well, God is supernatural. He's not natural. He's supernatural. Super means he is over. Means that in order for you to really see God, you've got to elevate. See, there's certain things you're going to see on this level, and there's other things you're going to see on a higher level. Well, he said, let us make man in our image. So what kind of image was he talking about if he was not talking about a physical image? Well, man was morally correct. Or, I'm from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, so sometimes you're going to hear some of that come out, but that's okay. Man was morally like God. Man's image was like God. Now, let me explain something to you. The word imagination comes from the original word image. Because, see, in the imagination, you got to realize you're talking about a nation that comes from an image. Okay, let me put it like this. There are many kingdoms that don't have a king. See, one of the reasons I'm out here is to communicate to me, brothers and sisters, that you are greater than you know. There is a kingdom with your name on it that you're not walking in because of the fact that you don't understand you're a king. Because if I change your identity, then what happens is I will change what you know is yours or not. See, I cannot find a wife until I know I'm a husband. The Bible says, he that findeth a wife, findeth a good thing, right? Well, then think about this. You have to be a wife before you're found. Wow, never saw it like that before. See, a lot of times, you're looking for a girlfriend. You're looking for a plaything. You're looking for a playmate. Well, you can't look for a wife if you still a playboy. See what I'm saying? So then, and I'm going to give you something else real quick. Just a little juicy stuff there. When you're looking to get a relationship, let me explain something to you. First of all, love emotionally or eros love is wonderful. But I'm going to tell you right now, that does not hold weight when you're talking about a commitment. When you're talking about going through the trials and the tribulations of life, you got to have something deeper than that. See, the fact of the matter is, you've got to realize that love is, there's three types. There's phileo love, brotherly love, Philadelphia, Vicinity, brotherly love. There's eros love, where we get the word erotic from. That's sexual love between a man and a woman. But then there's agape love. Now, agape love is not based on what you feel. Agape love is based on a decision. Okay? God decided to love you whether you receive him or not. Jesus decided to go to a cross whether you receive him or not. Jesus said, I love you before. He said, my love is commended towards you while you were still yet enemies of the kingdom. See, we've got to understand that God, love is not conditioned upon how you act. I'm not saved because I don't smoke, drink, sleep around, so on and so forth. I don't smoke, drink, and sleep around because of the fact that I'm saved. See, my behavior comes out of who I am. This is why Satan came after Adam and decided to change his identity. Because if I can change his identity, I can change the way he thinks. And if I change the way he thinks, I will also change the way he acts. See, we've got to understand that that's what the whole Garden of Eden thing was all about. God bless you, my brother. God bless y'all, man. See, that's what identity is, the power of identity. Back in the days, in the Hebrew days, or back in the days of the Old Testament, your name indicated your identity. It also indicated your character. So see, the deal was, God told Abraham his name was originally Abram. And because his name was Abram, Abram means father. But God gave him a promise. God said, I'm going to make you a father of many nations. And he changed his name from Abram to Abraham. And Abraham means father of many nations. He promised him, he said, look at the sky. Look at all the stars. Your seed is going to be as numerable as the stars in the sky. He said, whenever you're on the beach, he said, look at the sands of the seashore. That's how many of your seed is going to be. Well, let me ask you a question. See, when your name was changed, see, that's why when slaves came into this country, can I give you some natural history now? When slaves came into this country, They changed your name because they didn't want your name to indicate your identity, which would have had you working as kings in a foreign land. So you've got to understand that when your name is changed, your identity is changed. This is why you've got to understand and think about what you call yourself. I've seen women walking down the street with the word I'm a B-I-T-C-H on their shirt. And I look at them and then talk to them and they be like, I can't find a good man. That's because your identity is that which is on your shirt. Become a better woman and you'll attract a better man. See, gentlemen, if you just want to keep playing around, can I tell you something? You don't understand the power of your seed. You don't understand that your ability to affect the world after your lifespan is over is in your seed. See, you now put your spirit in your son or your daughter, and they take the dream and the vision that you've had and continue to propagate it after you're gone. Because you don't understand the power of your seed, you don't understand the power of your legacy. Because you don't understand the power of your legacy, you don't really understand how influential you are. And then you wonder why when you die, everything else dies with you. Because of the fact that you are not a success until you have a successor. Someone that continues on after you're gone. See, we've got to understand, this is why they were taking your identity in slavery. I can't let you know that you're a king. I can't let you know that you have a kingdom. I can't let you know that wealth is yours naturally. Don't you know you're never supposed to work for money? God didn't create it that way and you was never supposed to do it. You're not supposed to work for money. You're supposed to become so good at who you are in your identity that money will be attracted to you. Don't you know the banks even look at you? The banks look at you and go like this. If you need money, if you need money, let me tell you something. If you need money, the bank will not lend you. And the bank won't lend you because of the fact that it understands your value is not worthy to give you a loan. But when you don't need money, they give you all you need. You know why? Because you have already shown forth proof that guess what? That you are worthy of a loan or that you're worthy of their money. See, we've got to understand that we are greater than we know. We are greater than the labels that's been put on you. Understand this. You are not less because you didn't have a father. You don't need self-approval from another man. You need self-approval from God. Because when you get self-approval from God, you know your original creator. You know how great you are. Because you want me to tell you what God told you, what God said about you? God said